Good morning, everyone. Happy Friday. I'm sorry I didn't get to do a members chat last night. I had a midnight rendezvous, as they call it. I had to go take care of something. But I put the Discord link in the chat and pinned it because channel members, we're going to have a private chat this evening if y'all want to. Probably around 7:30, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Give everybody time to eat supper and stuff like that. Because I want to talk privately with y'all and tell y'all what's been going on in my life, and I can't say it on here. So, there is the link if anybody wants to join. Let me see who's in the chat. Tammy, Cement Shoes, Colleen, Faithful One, Lisa Irwin. My chat won't scroll any further. Let me unpin this a second. Okay. There's nothing else there. Okay. How are y'all doing this morning? It's cool outside this morning. Guys, I hope and pray that it is not really cold on Sunday night. Let's look at the weather before we get started talking about this horrific case. We're going to learn all about this case this morning. I saw an article where, we were talking about the little kids that were left in the apartment with their siblings' decomposing body. Well, I saw a bunch of articles this morning about it. Actually, the boyfriend was arrested just days after he killed this little boy. And also, the siblings saw their brother's decomposing body with cockroaches all over it. This is a horrific case. These people deserve the death penalty. This phone's about dead. Let me get my other one. I want to look at the temperature before we get started. Is it cold in y'all's area? Did I tell y'all what happened to Annabelle yesterday? I think I told y'all at the end of my stream. I was sitting here yesterday, and I can see my trampoline run I got fixed for my chickens. Annabelle always lays beside of it on some boards. I looked over there yesterday, and she was like limping bad, like going all the way to the ground. She hurt her leg on something. It's better now, but it's had me freaked out. So it looks like it's going to be cold, probably rainy. It's 52 degrees right now. Lisa Irwin, member for 7 months. I have enjoyed all your videos and live streams. Oh, thank you, Lisa. And channel members. You see how Lisa sent that message right there? Channel members can send one free highlighted message every month. I keep forgetting to remind y'all about that. I think I told y'all about it, but yeah, I think that's pretty cool that they've done that. Let's see. Monday, Sunday, 51. It'll be about 41 degrees that night. 51% chance of rain. Well, that's all right. That's all right. We'll just put a damn jacket on, party on, right? Katie, you still coming up on my live stream? Is she in here, Red Rum? She's supposed to be in costume. Hey, Wayne, good morning. Beautiful fall morning with golden trees glowing in the morning. Yeah, I'm going to try to go get y'all some video footage of the mountains with all the, trees, different colors and stuff like that. I've just not had a chance to, because I do know that a lot of people don't get to enjoy the fall season. They don't have the fall season where they're at. Like, I never knew that. I thought everywhere had the fall season. Okay. Let's get started on our true crime. Hold on. Let's start off. Where's the other article I had? Hold on. Let's start off with the one I've got in the title. This is a horrific case. Let me tell you something. I'd like to show these people, these two birds, what pain really is. I'd love to inflict pain on these two pieces of crap. This case is getting to me. Okay, let's see. Where is the article I had? All right here it is. We got some pictures of the kids here. Oh, let me get back here. Screen share. I mean, this is just horrific. This is probably one of the worst cases I've read about. One of them. There's been a lot of bad, horrific cases. Look at him. I guess that's little Kendrick Lee. Isn't he so cute? Oh, and look at that old evil bitch. There's the rest of the kids. Oh, look, she's got a matching outfit on somebody. Okay. Younger brother of murdered 8-year-old saw Kendrick Lee's body covered in cockroaches. Boys were living without electricity and asked police for food. Oh my gosh, bless their hearts. The younger surviving brothers may have been forcefully locked in separate rooms. Weeks before they were rescued, Brian Coulter allegedly broke the 10-year-old brother's jaw. The boy received no treatment or pain medication. Let me tell you something. A broke jaw is painful. I've had one. It's painful as hell. I don't know how that little boy endured that pain. Okay, new disturbing details in the case of 3 siblings left alone with the decomposing corpse of their murdered brother show that the conditions at the home were even more disturbing and violent than previously understood. The Houston Chronicle obtained court documents alleging that the murder suspect, Brian Coulter, not only hit and kicked 8-year-old Kendrick Lee to death in November 2020, but repeatedly abused Kendrick's brothers as recently as a few weeks before the children were rescued. Coulter and the children's mother, 35-year-old Gloria Williams, allegedly left the boys to live on their own in March 2021, but stopped by to bring meager food items to Kendrick's surviving brothers, ages 15, 10, and 7. Meanwhile, the corpse, covered in a blanket, was decomposing. At one point, the youngest brother went to check on the remains and saw cockroaches crawling on his brother's skeleton. Jesus. According to documents, Coulter allegedly broke one of the younger brother's jaw. Neither Coulter or Williams sought medical care or even gave him any painkillers. The boy is expected to undergo surgery for the injury. As previously reported, neighbors at the Harris County apartment complex told local media they did not realize the 15-year-old boy who they sometimes interact with was living with more siblings in the apartment unit. The Houston Chronicle reports that the other siblings were either forbidden or possibly forcibly locked into the apartment, which did not have any electricity when police arrived on Sunday. Okay, officers were responding to a 911 call from the desperate teen brother, who the court records say was also abused and traumatized. He told police on Sunday that he had been living with his brother's corpse for about a year. When the officers arrived, the hungry boys asked them for donuts, according to court documents obtained by the Houston Chronicle. The eldest brother reportedly told police that he told his mother about the abuse and that she said she would talk to Coulter. The teen boy also reportedly believed his mother would do something about his brother's dead body, but she never did. Williams told investigators that Coulter told her not to contact police about her son's death or the abuse. The mother's been charged with injury to a child by omission, injury to a child causing serious bodily injury, tampering with evidence. She is being held on a $900,000 bail. Coulter is being held on a $1 million bail. What the hell? Injury to a child by omission. Are you serious? This bitch needs to be charged with first-degree murder. First-degree murder. Now, I know a lot of people are going to be saying, well, this 15-year-old was outside of the apartment talking to neighbors and stuff. You know, why didn't he call 911 a long time ago? Well, it's like that. What is that? Shock something other syndrome, Stockholm syndrome or something. It's because he's been beat and traumatized and probably afraid that he would be killed like his younger brother. I'm not going to hold that against him that he didn't contact police because I'd say he's very, very, very traumatized. I want to look at the chat and see what y'all are saying. How do y'all feel about that? How do y'all feel about him waiting so long to call 911? Stockholm syndrome, yeah, that's what I believe. She's something like that. Of course, I'm no professional, but that would explain, why he waited so long to call 911. Scared to death he would be murdered too. Isn't that sad? He kept believing his mom would do something about the abuse in his brother's dead body. Now imagine what these kids has lived with. Imagine what they're going to have to live with in their brain the rest of their lives. That little boy going into the room, checking on his brother's remains and seeing cockroaches crawling through the skeleton. Jesus Christ, what in the hell is wrong with people? See, people like that are pure evil. They should be spayed. Women like that should be spayed. Had their damn tubes tied. They shouldn't have kids because you could not. There's no way you can love anything and abuse it. Hey, Mallory. Yes, probably trying to protect his younger sibling still living to the 7 and 12-year-old. Yeah, I know people's going to be saying stuff about that, though, and coming for him over that. These people in the true crime community, man, I'm telling you, a lot of them's weirdos and heartless. And they don't got no damn common sense. So, anyways, let's see. I got something else here. So he was arrested. I'm not ready at this yet. Suspect in murder of Kendrick Lee was arrested days after 8-year-old boy was killed, while siblings were left alone with dead body. Can you believe this freaking shit? Now, I'm upset with the neighbors now. Now, the neighbors said they only thought the 15-year-old was there. Oh, you didn't think to call CPS, a 15-year-old kid living by itself, no electricity? They didn't smell a decomposing body? No, this is in freaking Texas. It's hot there. No, come on. I don't believe that crap. If you see something, say something. I know a lot of people don't like to be rats. I don't like to snitch on nobody either. But if I see somebody or suspect abuse, I have no choice but to report it. I can't live with myself. I couldn't live with myself just turning a blind eye. I got too bad of a conscience. I know myself. Okay, the suspect accused of beating and kicking an 8-year-old boy to death was arrested within days of Kendrick Lee's murder, more than 140 miles from the home where the boy was killed. I don't know if I'm saying his name right, which it really don't matter because he's a piece of shit. Brian Coulter, 31, is the boyfriend of Gloria Williams, Kendrick's mother. Investigators believe Kendrick died on or around November 20th, 2020. His body was left in his Harris County, Texas apartment for close to a year, as previously reported. Kendrick's 15-year-old brother called police on Sunday to say his brother's remains were in the next room. Responding officers found the teen with 2 younger brothers, ages 10 and 7, and their dead brother's skeletal remains. Investigators determined that the boys had largely been living alone for several months, though Williams regularly dropped off meager food items. There was no electricity in the squalid home when officers arrived on Sunday. I bet the smell was horrendous. How? Was they not afraid to leave the dead body, the little boy's dead body, in the apartment? These pieces of crap didn't even try to get rid of it. I'm telling you. So I'm glad they didn't. You know what I mean? Coulter has been charged with murder, is being held on a $1 million bond. Williams has been charged with injury to a child by omission, which is bullshit. Injury to a child causing serious bodily harm, tampering with evidence. In this case, a deceased body. She is being held on $900,000 bail. Coulter was arrested in Luling, I don't know if I'm saying that right, Texas, on November 23rd. Investigators reportedly believe Kendrick had been killed by that time. Williams was with Coulter in Luling, I don't know if I'm saying that right, which is about 140 miles from Houston, the Harris County seat. Suggesting the brothers were left alone with Kendrick's dead body very shortly after his death. It is not clear why the couple was in Luling. According to the report, a manager of a convenience store called police to report Coulter appeared intoxicated and may have been carrying a gun. Can you imagine? I hate to say this. Can you imagine the smell in that apartment and them kids in there? Jesus Christ, this is awful, guys. The manager of Buc-ee's called dispatch and asked for a welfare check on an intoxicated male subject who they thought was possibly armed with a handgun. That's what Chief of Police told ABC 13. My officer went out there and encountered Brian and his passenger, Gloria Williams. According to the report, Coulter was jailed from November 23rd to the 29th. when he bonded out of custody. He was reportedly cited for marijuana possession and unlawfully carrying a weapon, a 45 caliber handgun. Just 2 weeks ago, Coulter reportedly called police in Luling and demanded his gun back. He needs that gun stuck up his ass. Somebody to fire it right up his butt. Exactly what he deserves. In a highly intoxicated state, he did cuss out my administrative assistant. She told him I would call him back, which I have not, is what Chief Police said. The Chief Police also told the news station there were no children with the couple when Coulter was arrested. The timeline is disturbing. The 3 surviving brothers are in the custody of Child Protective Services. They're going to have a lifetime of therapy, guys. That's what I think ahead of it, is like how bad their minds are already messed up and how bad, their minds are going to be the rest of their lives. There's not going to be a day that goes by that they don't think about, what they endured. Things get easier with time, but you never forget. You never forget. I feel so bad for them. It breaks my heart to think about them being in that apartment, witnessing their brother's murder, being in the apartment with his dead body, the smell, starving to death, taking beating after beating. If I could get my hands on these 2, I'd throat punch them. And I'd just keep throat punching them. They need a damn cinder block just dropped on their freaking heads. I shouldn't talk like that. But it makes me want to get violent with them. I'm not going to lie. I could get violent with a piece of crap like that and never lose a wink of sleep over it. And that's just facts. I'm just being honest. When it comes to people like that, I have no sympathy or empathy for them. I say slap them to a gurney and freaking torture them to death. Really, that's what they deserve. They're just going to put them on death row. They're going to be like Darlie Routier. Everybody pats her ass, writes her letters. She's been on death row for freaking 20 years. They ain't never going to kill the bitch. And as sure as I'm sitting here, she killed her 2 kids. I am so mad too. It makes me think crazy stuff. Like if I could get my hands on these 2, what I would do to them. Hey, I could take them 2 out and never lose a wink of sleep over it. I'm telling you. You know what? Them 2 pieces of crap ain't worth losing your life over, but the laws need to change. I just can't believe the neighbors. This could have been stopped a long time ago if they hadn't turned a blind eye. Yeah, I'm going to place some damn blame on them. I sure as hell am. What does that say about them? And good and well they knew them kids was over by themselves. Well, the neighbor said she just thought it was the 15-year-old. So you're just not going to say anything in a 15-year-old little kid living by itself? I know, it's sick. We can imagine we ain't going to hurt no one. No, we ain't going to hurt nobody, but I'd like to. I'd like to hurt them 2 right there. I wish the law would put me in a room with them. Legally. Let me take care of them. Okay, let's see. What else have we got going on this morning? See if I can find anything else. Hold on a minute. Let me search his name. Wonder how long these 2's been together. I can't believe any mother would let somebody beat on her kid. She was right into it, though. She's just as guilty. Texas child abuse suspect faces judge for first time in bizarre appearance. Okay, let's take a look at this. Screen share it. Let's see. I'll probably have to mute or it'll echo.
His girlfriend's young son to death just answered to a judge. We want to go straight to the courthouse, and ABC 13 reporter Erica Simon, who had a chance to talk to prosecutors about Brian Coulter. And Erica, this is a story that has just shaken us all to our very core. What did we learn today in the courtroom?
Melanie, absolutely. This case has gained nationwide attention because of the horrific details, because of the innocent children who are the victims here. But we got our first eyes set on Brian Coulter this afternoon. He walked in very slow. He moved slowly to the courtroom. He was asking the judge several questions, and there were times where he acted like he didn't understand what was being read to him. He asked for the judge to repeat what the charge was against him, which is first-degree murder. He asked, was the potential sentencing indeed 5 to 99 years or life? The judge said yes, and then she also advised him not to speak any further and to ask any other questions he may have to his attorney, because obviously anything he says in court could be used against him. But one big thing that came out of the court this morning, the judge who was supposed to oversee this, Judge Morton, he recused himself this morning for personal reasons. So the girlfriend and the mother in all of this, Gloria Williams, she was set to make her appearance tomorrow as well, but that is most likely going to have to be pushed back due to this new recusal that we're learning of. But look, the prosecutors say that they are traumatized as well. They say all the investigators, everybody who has been involved in these cases, and the horrific details with the children being abandoned and living in deplorable conditions, with hearing how little sweet Kendrick Lee was beaten and killed allegedly at the hands of Coulter. They say it's getting to all of them, but they're trying to put on their professional hats and make sure that they don't leave any stone unturned and have a thorough investigation.
The sheriff's office and I are working very closely together to make sure that justice is done in this case, and that everyone's rights are protected, and that the children who are still surviving are protected as well. This is just a starting point.
Well, Coulter's bond is still set at $1 million. If he makes bond, he will be sentenced to house arrest until obviously he goes to trial. He's also was ordered today in court not to go near the 3 surviving children, the boys who were abandoned in that apartment in West Harris County. He also can't have any contact with Gloria Williams. He can't go near any child under the age of 17. He can't go near any dwelling or school or potential place that any of these victims could live. So he says he understood that. He signed off on it. Obviously prosecution says that this has a long way to go, but this is the very first step in hopefully getting these sweet babies some justice. Live downtown, Erica Simon, ABC 13 Eyewitness News.
Okay. Personal reasons, it made the judge sick. Yeah, I was wondering why he recused himself. Maybe I thought maybe, he's had some dealings with the mother or that Brian Coulter before. Maybe he just couldn't handle the case. I mean, I would hate to be prosecuting this case, guys. And, and learn. I don't know if I'd want to know all the details, just to be honest, because it's pretty horrific. Let's see what else I can find about these 2 weirdos. Those poor kids. This is so heartbreaking. Then we'll just scroll through the true crime. I see that Governor Como, how you say his name? Como. He has been charged with something. We'll take a look at that. Something to do with sexual harassment or something. Hold on. Let's look and see. Okay, that's all about that case. We're going to keep following this case for sure. If there's any more updates, I will let you guys know. But I want the freaking mother charged with murder. And this was definitely premeditated. Been beaten, when you beat on kids or beat on someone and then murder them, beat them to death, it's premeditated. In my mind. Maybe he was feeling like an old West hanging judge. Yeah, maybe he's feeling like I'm feeling about them. Like, they make me have horrible thoughts, guys. Like, I got the biggest heart in the world, but when it comes to weirdos like that hurt children and stuff, man, I could do some, really bad things to them. Oh, God. It burns me up. Yes, Lisa Irwin, the governor, he used to be the governor of what? New York, New Jersey, somewhere? Hold on, there's something else about Kendrick. I didn't do it. Murdered Kendrick Lee's mother claims she didn't know her son was dead, though his remains were left with abandoned siblings for nearly a year. I checked on them every 2 weeks. Aren't you a great mother, you piece of shit twat? The mother said when she asked why she abandoned her children with their brother's body. Okay, let's look at this before we move on to the weirdo governor. Isn't she a great mother? She checked on her kids every 2 weeks, guys. Every 2 weeks. Can you believe it? Give her Mother of the Year award, piece of shit. Or take them two and just put them in a grave and bury them alive. Okay, the mother of a murdered 8-year-old boy's skeletal remains were found on Sunday, nearly a year after he was killed, has apologized, but claims she didn't kill her son or even know that he was dead. How did you not know he was dead if you checked on him every 2 weeks? Dumb bitch. Gloria Williams, 35, being held on a $900,000 bail in connection with the death of her 8-year-old son, Kendrick Lee. Okay. Let's see what else it says. Kendrick's 15-year-old brother called police on Sunday to say the dead boy was in the apartment. Responding officers found his body there along with 3 surviving brothers, at least 2 of them who were severely malnourished, and one who had recently had a broken jaw that had not been treated. Okay, but in a jailhouse interview, KHOU reporter Grace White Williams claimed she did not realize Kendrick was dead without offering an explanation or how this could be plausible. Let's click on this and see if we can find the interview here, guys. Yeah, I got it. Is it screen sharing? Okay, yeah, it is. Let's listen to this. Stupid ad. Let's see what this dummy's got to say. She's going to place the blame on him. All the blame on him. No, honey, it don't work that way. They were your kids. You allowed him to do all that horrific stuff to them. You piece of crap. Is there another freaking ad?
A KHOU 11 News exclusive.
A jailhouse interview with the mother accused of abandoning her sons. Investigators say Gloria Williams failed to protect her boys and get them help despite her boyfriend allegedly beating one of them to death and continuing to abuse the others.
Tonight, she is apologizing. Grace White sat down with Williams at the Harris County Jail and joins us live with what she had to say. Grace?
Gloria Williams told me tonight she is sorry. There are no cameras allowed here inside the Harris County Jail, so we spoke separated by glass during visitation.
They are words from a 35-year-old mother charged with injury to a child by omission and tampering with evidence, a corpse. From inside the Harris County Jail, KHOU 11 News asked her what happened. Williams told us, "I'm sorry, I didn't do it." Her boyfriend, 32-year-old Brian Coulter, is charged with murder for the death of Williams' 8-year-old son, Kendrick Lee. The boy's remains were found inside the family's West Harris County apartment with his 3 other brothers, all abandoned. We asked Williams if she knew Lee was dead. She told us no. But according to court documents, investigators say the mom altered, destroyed, and concealed her son's body to get rid of evidence. When we asked Williams why she left the kids alone, she told us, "I checked on them every 2 weeks." But when we questioned her further, she didn't want to elaborate or provide any more answers.
I saw it on the news, but, I didn't think anything of it.
Melanie Robinson is one of the paternal grandmothers. She says Williams has a total of 6 kids, ranging in age from 7 to 17. She has custody of one of them, a 13-year-old girl, who she first brought into her home at just 2 weeks old.
Mom was very unstable. She was sleeping on the floor at her grandmother's house with the babies. And so I just asked her to give her to me.
Robinson says she had no idea Kendrick was dead and the children were abandoned. She tells KHOU 11 she saw Williams in November. That's when another one of the children, a 17-year-old girl, wanted to come live with her because of Williams' boyfriend's behavior.
And she just got tired of, seeing him try to abuse her siblings. And when she stepped in to try to protect them, Mom put her out.
Investigators say this mom and boyfriend were actually arrested outside a public library where they were looking up news articles about this case. Meantime, a candlelight vigil is planned for that little 8-year-old boy this weekend. Lynn and Mia.
Such an agonizing and awful case, and one we will continue to follow.
All right, Grace, thank you for the update.
Do you believe that crap, guys? I can't desire to see their social media. Hey, we need to look at their social media. I haven't even done that. I have to log into my Facebook to do it. Look at the frizzy, yellow, jaundiced looking hair. That hair looks horrible. Now, did y'all see those apartments? Those apartments look nice. They actually look like the apartment that Mark's brother and his girlfriend live in up in Ohio. It's got a little balcony and a swimming pool and all that. But you know, those neighbors had to have smelt something coming from that apartment. Because think about this. Let's go to the Vallow case for a minute. Joseph Ryan, Lori's ex-husband, was dead inside his apartment for about a week. And how everybody found out, a neighbor smelled a foul smell coming from the apartment. So you know that these boys' neighbors smelled that. Now, come on. Some people should not breed. Amen, Mark. Amen. Spay them. Spay and neuter. Spay and neuter the weirdos. I was just about to say that. They looked from outside like condominiums. Yeah, I bet the rent's probably $1,000 a month. But I thought when you live like in apartment complexes and stuff that you have to have electricity on or they'll kick you out of the apartment. You know, I just, I'm upset with the neighbors. I think that they should have said something. That's just my opinion on it. Okay, let's see if I can find anything else. I think that's about it with that. We're going to have to move on to the weirdo governor. His ass is in trouble. He's no longer the governor, I don't think. Okay. That's all I have on it. Did you hear what they said? They said when they were arrested, they was arrested at the library, outside the library, they'd been looking up articles about the case. Freaking weirdos. You'll never go to a public library again, you pieces of crap. Okay. Let's go to Governor, what's his name? Como. I can never say his name right. Okay. AM Roundup. Summon charges Como was forcefully touching. Times News 29 minutes ago. Okay, let's see. Let me read this. I don't really got a screen share. A summons charging former governor Andrew M. Como, how do you say his name? Como? With misdemeanor forcibly touching was prematurely issued on Thursday after a sheriff's investigator filed paperwork with the court summarizing their investigation and seeking to begin the process of obtaining a criminal complaint. Governor Kathy Hochul or something on Thursday signed 3 bills intended to address the state's gun violence epidemic, especially weapons that are found. What? Okay, we don't want to read that. We don't care about that. Hold on. Should have never clicked on that. We don't want to read what they've been signing in. That has nothing to do. I mean, guys, let's go back to Crime Online, where I saw the damn article to begin with. Right here it is. Breaking. Former New York Governor Como criminally charged with groping aid. Oh, I think it's he wanted the aide to come over to his house and help him with his cell phone. So she did, and he stuck his hand up her blouse. He's a real perv. I knew it. You can just look at them and tell, how they'll act behind closed doors when nobody's looking. I used to clean this older guy's house, and he was like that. He would try to grope me and everything, and he actually was a county building inspector or something like that. Former New York Governor Andrew Cuomo was criminally charged on Thursday with misdemeanor forcefully touching for allegedly groping an executive assistant in his office when he was governor. Oh, this must be a different one, maybe. While the Times-Union reported the Albany County Sheriff's Office filed the complaint against Andrew, 63, sources told the news outlet that it was filed prematurely and without consenting the victim, Brittany, let me see if I can say this, Comiso or something, or her attorney. Sources close to the case said the police department and prosecutor's office have not made a final decision regarding whether charges will formally be filed against the ex-governor. However, a spokesperson for the Office of Court Administration confirmed to the Times-Union that a misdemeanor complaint was filed against the ex-governor in Albany City Court on Thursday. According to the news outlet, a summons has ordered Cuomo to appear in court on November 17th. Meanwhile, a law enforcement source said they were unaware the summons would be issued on Thursday or it would be available to the public. Cuomo resigned in late August after the Attorney General's office released a 165-page report which determined he sexually harassed multiple women in the workplace, retaliated against one of his accusers for going public with her claims, and harbored a toxic work environment. The embattled governor called for an independent probe into mounting sexual harassment allegations. In March, Attorney General James appointed former acting Manhattan U.S. Attorney June Kim and veteran employment lawyer Ann Clark to lead the investigation. In light of the Attorney General's report, Comosio or something filed a criminal complaint against the governor claiming his unwanted touching was illegal. Allegations of sexual harassment began mounting in late February when his former aide, Lindsay Boylan, detailed her alleged encounters with the governor in a Medium blog post. She wrote that Cuomo abused his power to sexually harass her and other women in the workplace. Okay, I think that is the lady that he stuck his hand up her blouse. Boylan, I don't know how you say her name, Boylan, who reportedly first encountered the governor in January 2016, alleged he would touch her lower back, legs, and arms. She wrote that she resigned in September 2018 because the top aides became hostile towards her for speaking up for herself. She said her resignation was also influenced by an instance in which Cuomo kissed her on the lips at his New York City office. In the weeks that followed the blog post, 5 more women, including at least 3 aides, came forward and accused him of sexual harassment. Of course, he denied inappropriately touching anyone, but apologized for behaving in a manner that made his female colleagues uncomfortable. You're a dirty old man. Cuomo said while announcing his resignation, given the circumstances, the best way I can help now is if I step aside and let government get back to governing. That's right, you old perv. I knew you was a pervert. You can just tell. Some of these older men, and even the younger men, they'll be all nicey nice and all respectful in front of people, and then when you get alone with them and nobody's looking, they start to groping and becoming weirdos. I don't know how you say his name right. Mark has told me like a million times how to pronounce his name. And I forget, and it's really not that important to remember because he's a piece of crap. Let me see what else we can find. Gosh, May, there's a lot of child abuse going on. Child predator who wanted to cuddle with Pikachu toy among 100 nabbed in human trafficking. Oh, that's my favorite sheriff, Grady Judd. We're going to have to take a look at this. Hold on a minute. Hold on. We're going to have to listen to Grady Judd. I love this sheriff. I want him to be sheriff where I live at. Because he's a damn good sheriff. He should be the president. Hold on. Operation No Trick, No Treats. Wait,
First want to
We'll speed it up. I'll have to mute. See what's going on.
Okay, come on. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for being with me today. I first want to point out that this operation would not have been possible without our colleagues from not only social services, but the police departments. In this county, we are exceptionally blessed with professional law enforcement, whether you're in the cities or in the county.
I'm going to go warm my coffee. I'll be right back.
Every day we work together. I could not be more proud of my folks. And when I say my folks, I'm not only talking about the men and women that work with me at the sheriff's office, but when I talk about my folks, I talk about my friends at the police departments. We are represented today by the Deputy Chief Stewart from the Haines City Police Department, Chief Velasquez from the Lake Wells Police Department, Chief Teague from the Lake Hamilton Police Department, Lieutenant King from the Auburndale Police Department, Chief Garcia from the Lakeland Police Department, and he will also speak in a few minutes. We have with us Samantha from Celaya Freedom. We have Sarah from Children's Home Society. And of course, we have Dr. Marianne from One More Child. Dr. Marianne and I speak to you often because a top priority in this community is protecting victims, whether they be children or adults. And this was a human trafficking operation. Our team of deputies and police officers, in just a very few days, arrested 102 people. Now, I'm going to go through what I think are some of the more interesting ones, and then we're going to hear from our other speakers, and then we'll take questions after that. But first and foremost, we celebrate the fact that we believe we've identified 3 victims of human trafficking. Sometimes we do investigations, and try as we may, we cannot identify our victims of human trafficking. And they're some of the most difficult victims to work with. And that's why we bring in the experts that are here with us today. Because the moment we arrest someone or take someone into custody,
I love this sheriff, y'all.
To perform sexual conduct for money, we don't treat them initially as a suspect of a crime. We treat them as a potential victim of human trafficking.
I'd marry this sheriff.
Immediately counseled by our experts, and you'll hear from them in just a minute. We are pleased. This is a Hispanic female. She's 17 years of age. And let me tell you a little history on her. Back in 2019, when she was only 15 years old, she met her trafficker in another country. This trafficker, she and her mother thought were her friends. They were all just moving around the different countries. May the 2021, our victim of human trafficking with her mother came here from Colombia via Mexico. The mom entered the country illegally. And that's important to understand. The mom entered the country illegally, and she was met in the United States by the trafficker who she had originally met in the Dominican Republic or Guatemala. So we highly suspect that the victim's mom may also be involved or a victim of human trafficking. We know this deal was set up by her trafficker. He's not in custody. He's under investigation. And I can assure you that we're going to do our best to locate him. Now, she came to the undercover site to perform sex for $230, and she was only 17 years old. So, as I said, immediately, we turned this child over to our experts, and you'll hear more in a minute. The 17-year-old said, well, I thought he was my friend. Well, he was her pimp, and he was trafficking her. So then we found 2 more human trafficking victims who were only 20 years of age. One of them was from Utah. The other one was from Mexico. They were 20 years of age. The young lady from Mexico is here illegally. And she came here with the lady from Utah to engage in sex for $550. This was set up by a pimp for this deal to occur. They don't have any previous criminal history. They're young girls, but they're being taken advantage of by these pimps. Ladies and gentlemen, what's scary about this is we suspect many more of these young ladies are also victims of human trafficking, but they would not work with us. They would not admit that they were victims of human trafficking. So as a result, we weren't able to even get to the first step with them. These 3 we celebrate All of this was social media driven. He was prowling children's social media sites looking for a child to online, cruising the different social media sites.
We're going to skip through to
And guess what?
Pikachu, guys.
We found Donald Spencer. He's 64 years of age.
That's right. He's been down here about 1 year from Pennsylvania.
Freak.
And he's already in trouble here for very nasty things.
He lives in Mulberry.
He probably tries to play Santa Claus.
He traveled to the undercover location thinking he was going to have sex with a 14-year-old child, a little girl. He told her online that he was going to teach her and monitor her and help her grow into this world of sex. That's right. So we charged him with traveling and attempted lewd battery. Then, get this, we're never at a loss for quotes as long as we do these operations. Here's what he told the detectives. I knew it was probably a sting, but I had to sacrifice myself in case it wasn't. Are you kidding me? Are you really kidding me?
What the
This guy's
crap?
got 5 brain cells.
3 of them aren't working. One of them's used to operate the BB he's got for a brain.
And he probably can't even get it up.
He came up to the operation, admitted he knew it was probably
I should have said
but
that.
that's
Sorry,
how strong
guys.
their desire is to have sex with children. Now, he was very, very nasty in his chat to what he
That
thought
was a little 14-year-old
Sick
girl.
All
motherfucker.
of this was social media driven. He was prowling children's social media sites looking for a child to attack. If this entire operation had have only caused this person to be arrested, it certainly would have been worth it. Then there's Pikachu. No, we didn't arrest him. But Pikachu, you see, is a co-conspirator, not a willing co-conspirator. Because the next guy that I'm going to introduce you to, as he's grooming this child, makes the statement, we want to cuddle with Pikachu and have sex in the back of the car. Did you hear what I said? Well, I talked to Pikachu. He confessed. He turned state's evidence and said, dude, I had nothing to do with this pervert. He just bought me off the shelf someplace. Pikachu doesn't like this. You know, if you
Play Pokemon or you're familiar
I
with
think
that,
I know this
it's
guy.
something like got to catch them all.
Know of him.
Well, our detectives from the sheriff's office and the police departments, I don't know that we caught them all, but we caught a bunch of them, didn't we? Yes, we did. Who's our guy who wants to cuddle with Pikachu and have sex with children? Theodore E. Jones, 28 years of age. He's either from Kissimmee or Satellite Beach. We found
Addresses for each.
I think he likes to have sex with
He's a
stuffed
chef
animals.
at the hangar in Disney Springs. That's where we found him. Our detectives were able to run him down, and he was there. And he had old Pikachu in the car. That's right. He wanted to told us what he thought was a 13-year-old child, a little girl, that he wanted to have sex with her for the first time. And that when they finished, he wanted to keep her panties. And he didn't come to the undercover location. So we went to him. We had to rescue Pikachu from that nasty environment. But more importantly, we had to find children who he was seeking. And he was seeking them once again on social media sites. He was using his computer. He was transmitting nude photographs of himself. That's right. To what he believed to be a 13-year-old child. He said very nasty things
to this
Sick,
13-year-old
sick.
child.
to go along with the very ugly, vile, nude photographs that he sent. So, you want evidence that he had Pikachu? There he is, hugging him.
Look at that
Pikachu
sick son of a
I didn't like
bitch.
the dude from the beginning.
Poor Pikachu.
So with that, we'll put Pikachu back to take a nap. It's been a long weekend for him after all.
Mallory, I'm in
And I
love
want to
with this
first-
sheriff.
Introduce the chief of police in Lakeland, Ruben Garcia, for a few comments. And as soon as he speaks, then we'll have Samantha speak, and then we'll have Marianne speak. Chief?
Hey, guys. Y'all be aware, if your kids are on social media and stuff, like ask them questions, who they're talking to and stuff, because these weirdos prey on kids on social media. They'll go surfing around Facebook. A lot of young kids have Facebook or TikTok, and they'll be like, oh, I want that one. They'll start stalking them out. That's the way they do. Is he really killing Pokemon? Hey, look, I thought that was that weirdo. I thought Sheriff Grady was going to say the guy with Pikachu was the same weirdo in Florida that was caught going in stores and having sex with stuffed animals. That's why I said, I think I know this guy. But no, it's a different guy. Is he really cuddling a Pokemon stuffed animal? Weirdos are getting weirded. Yeah, trying to bait the kids in because, most kids are into like Pokemon and stuff. I thought that was sick. He wanted to have sex with that 13-year-old for the first time and keep her panties. What a piece of crap. What a piece of crap. All the weirdos are in Florida, it seems like. No, there's weirdos everywhere, but it just seems like there's like a whole bunch down in Florida. Let's see. Y'all were talking about Summer in the chat. Let's talk about her for a minute. Let's search, see if there's anything going on with her case. I know that Dawn has a YouTube. Let's go look at his YouTube in a minute. Summer Wells, 14 hours ago, missing 5-year-old, reward reaches $58,000. Come on now. Is that all they can raise for this poor child? A reward for information that could lead investigators to a missing Tennessee girl has surpassed $58K. The Churchill Rescue, which manages the fund related to the disappearance of Summer Wells, announced on Wednesday that the total emergency fund has reached $58,634. The reward is comprised of 2 large donations totaling $35K and 23 from contributions made directly to the agency or its bank. Okay, let's see. Is that all it's saying? Wells' parents, Donald Wells and Candace Blythe, said they believed their daughter was abducted. A search effort in the area. I just don't think she was abducted, guys. I don't think she was sold into trafficking. I think Candace knows what happened to her. I mean, I've tried to give them the benefit of the doubt, and I always say anything's possible. It is possible somebody snuck up her and abducted her. But I mean, that would be really risky to do that in broad daylight with everyone home. You got to figure, they'd have to take the chance. What are the dogs there today, or are they off running a trail? It just doesn't make sense. I do believe Dawn was probably at work that day, but I believe Candace knows what happened to her. Dawn says that he was on the phone with Candace and she was driving around looking for Summer, right? And I'm thinking to myself, did they go drive the way that she allegedly was driving on the road? I mean, she could have went and got rid of the body. I don't think the kid wandered off. Saw where Candace and Dawn was on an upcoming episode in November. What are they going to be on? I was afraid crime would rise during COVID. Yeah. Well, child abuse went up 50% during the pandemic. It sure did. Oh, let's go to Don Wells' channel. See what he's been up to. Oh, Don, he gets on my damn nerves, y'all. You ask him a question and he cannot say yes, no. He goes to something totally freaking different. Well, Don Wells, family official. Okay. Let's go to the videos. Let's see what's going on here. Let's screen share. See what Dr. Phil? Oh, that's going to be good. I wonder what Dr. Phil's going to say when he can't get a straight freaking answer. I'd say hook them up to lie detector tests. Okay. So I think they put up a new billboard. Sell online with exceptional e-commerce sign. Is he already monetized? He's already monetized. I'll give him a thumbs up for the billboard. Love that picture of her hair. The billboard, it changes. Well, how come they just didn't get a billboard that shows her face the whole damn time? I'm glad they did this. I love her hair. Right there. So pretty. Okay. Okay. We'll just look at all the videos, guys. Where is Summer? WVLT news story. No, nobody likes freaking videos that you have to read. It's the whole point of a video talking. You couldn't even read this to us? Freak sakes. Shh, I mean, I don't even know. I'm not reading all that crap. Learn to do videos. Let's see what else. Summer Wells website. I'm gonna get in trouble for his music.
Interim 110 Bristol Road on the Beach Creek should be the first residence on your right. Reference to a missing 4-year-old.
I wonder who made this video for him. I'm gonna have to turn this music off. Okay. Because it's gonna make me trim that crap out anyways. They need to separate Candace and Dawn and then question. Yeah. They say they took lie detector tests, but who knows? Let's see what's going on here. Find Summer Wells. Research Midwest. Okay, let's see what else he's put up. We'll go look at that website in a minute. Let me just look at. What's this one yet? Let's see. New question page on our website. New question page at findsummerwells.com. Okay, so I guess you can submit questions there. Okay. Let's see what this is. 17 hours ago. Let me mute. So they're on the dog trail. Possible somebody could have come up there, but I think Candace knows. Dogs come straight to him. Damn, them damn leaves is loud. Sounds like when I'm walking to the damn funny farm. But it's not like that. He's right. It's not like that, during the summer months when I walk over there. I just don't see how somebody got up there, guys, in broad daylight. I mean, anything's possible. It's just a hop, skip, and jump to the road, really. You would think somebody took her, she would have screamed unless she knew them. And there's the road. I just think it's funny. Oh, the dogs weren't around the day she disappeared, right? It's pretty dogs. You learned them to go to the main road, Dawn. Good job. It's a pretty dog right there. Listen at those dogs. Summer scent ended just beyond the dogs who are at the driveway. Wow. Okay. Is that it? Let's see. Oh, what, did they go on a damn trip or something recently, guys? They went on a damn trip. Things I've not seen. Never seen before. Find summer whales. Looks like y'all's having the time of y'all's lives. Where the hell you at, Callie? Oh, well, if they went to the Dr. Phil show, okay. So that makes sense why they're out there. Roy Rogers, Trigger. Living their best lives, huh? Okay, I'm done looking at that crap. Let me go mute. Go to my own channel. Okay. There we go. Yep, to Hollywood. Hollywood, California. The Beverly Hillbillies have arrived, honey. I can't talk. I'd be like Ellie Mae in freaking Hollywood, probably. Don wasn't there. He doesn't know. Candace knows. You know what, Lisa? I bet they've had many, many fights over that. You know he's been suspicious of her. He can't say that it's never went through his mind that, she's responsible or, knows what happened. I think there was some kind of freaking accident, and Candace knew Dawn would freaking kill her for letting something happen to Summer, so she got rid of the body. Don't y'all think it's strange? Just so happens Summer disappears and the dogs aren't there. Did y'all see in that video when he got to the top of the hill how those dogs came out running to him? Then all the dogs in the holler is freaking barking because they could tell he was down there in the freaking woods. I mean, it just don't make sense, guys. It just don't make sense. Of course, anything is possible. They could have been gone, the dogs, but broad daylight, something's just not right. Something's just not right about it at all. This is going to be like another Dior Coons case. Remember the little boy that disappeared when he was camping with his mom, dad, grandfather, and friend? Where was that at? Utah? Somewhere like that. Anyways, they never did find out what happened to that little toddler. They never found his boots, nothing. He just disappeared. Everybody was suspicious of the parents. But I think like an animal carried him off, is what I think. The grandpa was watching him. He was an older man. He's dead now. His back was turned and some big animal got him, is what I think. They were kind of fighting last night. She was pissed. He woke her up, grumpy. She talked to Doug and Josh on no thanks investigation. Who did, Lisa? Dawn did? She was pissed. He woke her up, grumpy. She's always grumpy. Have you ever been listening when he used to go on Voices Behind the Walls channel? You could hear her in the background, running her mouth sometimes. I bet she's hard to live with. She's a big old stout freaking woman. Imagine her drunk and dealing with her. drunk. Let's see if I can get my lighter to work. I lost my lighter for reeling last night, y'all. So I'm having to use my little torch lighter. Candace and Don, yes. Damn, he needs to keep his ass off YouTube channels. I mean, because he don't answer nothing anyways. Hopefully Dr. Phil can get him to give a straight answer. If he pulls that crap on Dr. Phil will tell him. That's not what I ask you. You know? He'll give them hell. I hope they strapped them up to lie detectors, though. Because Dr. Phil, he's got that lie detector guy that used to work with the FBI. They're always fighting. They probably won't stay together. He's probably real suspicious of her, and he probably blames her for Summer's disappearance anyways. Whether he thinks like she's involved or not, he still probably blames her because, you know, Summer was in her care. Something's just not right about that whole day. Hunter, you know, she goes and picks up Hunter from Allie's house. I reckon he hadn't been around them in months, and just so happened Granny was at the ER and getting a script filled. We know Hunter's mom's a pillhead. Hope Human Planet. Welcome, Hun. Welcome to Southern Royalty. Thank you so much. I've got the Discord link pinned above if you'd like to join Discord. Us channel members are going to do a private chat tonight. Lisa Irwin, that's hilarious. I don't know who Ziggy is, though. Let me read it. Candace slapped him on a live on Ziggy's live stream. Oh, man, where can we see that at? She slapped him? What's assault and battery? They probably used to fight in front of those kids all the time. In my opinion, those kids wasn't took care of properly. I mean, hell, she left them boys home that day that Summer disappearance by themselves, locked in the freaking house. Look at the kitchen and everything. The floors. I mean, that place is freaking filthy. They wasn't cared for right. Dawn says, you know, Summer, she'd keep the boys in line, come up behind them with a stick, whop them in the head. Now, who teaches their kids to do that and thinks that's funny? To whop another kid in the head with the stick. I mean, Dawn thinks it's freaking hilarious. I don't. Oh, is it Miss Jones? Hey, Miss Jones. How you been doing? I'm on my phone. Can't get link. It is Ziggy3, I think. Okay, let me find it before I get off here. I gotta go wash my jeans and stuff. I got them soaking in the tub. They have mud all over them. Okay, interview with Dusty and her team concerning Summer Wells. Okay, second interview with Dawn Wells, ex-friend Denise, Dusty, and Jen. I wonder which one it is. I'm going to try to skip through here. Which one is it? Do you know? Hey, Sunny Side, Candace looks like she could cash Dawn's checks with a good, healthy roadhouse. Hey, I'd hate to tangle with her. Now, how could she, you know, they've said that she was afraid of Dawn, you know, when the police was called on him, she got that restraining order. She could take Dawn with one arm tied behind her back. She is a freaking brute. Now, come on, guys. Let's see. Let's see if we can find the interview here. See if we can find Dawn on here. Oh, God, I see somebody I don't like on here. Let's see. I'm never going to be able to find it like this. I need a clip of it. Oh, my goodness. Well, I'll look for it later. Hell, she probably smacks him all the damn time. I'd probably smack him too if I lived with him. He is so annoying. He is always the victim. Always the victim. He's always innocent. He's always throwing out them damn Bible verses. Oh, come on. He hides behind the Bible, I think. I don't think no, she ain't afraid of him. Hell, I don't care to scrap if somebody wants to. But damn, I'd hate to tangle with her. She's a big old woman. You know, she'd probably beat the hell out of me. I'm pretty stout myself. First one you said with Jenna, she saw the slap on her call with Candace. Oops, it wasn't on the live. I'm wrong. Oh, okay. They both look like the last shower they took was before the Rona. I know it. I know. I wish she'd buy her some damn clothes and quit wearing them ball shorts everywhere. Oh my gosh, I can't handle it. I'm like, woman. Like, even with her interview with Chris, I mean, I guess that's the way she likes to dress. I'm not going to bash her for it, but, she does look like a boy. I'm not going to lie, she does. I mean, to each their own. If that's what, if she don't want to be feminine or whatever, that's her. I'm not going to judge her, for that, but she does look like a boy. And, I think it's so weird. Some are like girly girl things and they cut her hair off like that. Little girls don't want their hair cut off like that. Most of them that's into girly girl stuff. Because Dawn said she was Summer was drawn to the women at church that were, girly girl and dressed up and all that. And then one of them said Summer wanted her hair cut. And then Dawn said Candace cut her hair short to make Summer feel better. Well, why would she have to cut her hair short to make Summer feel better if Summer wanted her hair cut short? It's little stupid stuff like that, they lie about, and, I could take Candace. I could, hey, if she's running her mouth to me, I don't know if I could take her or not. She might whoop my ass, but she'd know I'd been there. For sure. For sure. I've tangled with men before and about took them, so I don't know. It'd probably be a good fight. I get mad, man, and you know what? When I've been in fights, violence is not the answer, y'all. Don't be out fighting. But when somebody hits me, especially a girl, they smack me, that just freaking enrages me and makes me go crazy. Makes me go cray. I don't know. Last time I got a fight, I scared myself, and I've not been in a fight since, years ago. Obviously, there's something wrong if they need 3 different explanations for one haircut. Exactly. Either she wanted her haircut short or she didn't. A lot of people say that they cut it short because she had lice. When your kids get lice, if you don't clean up right and use all the stuff in the house and bag up, their stuffed animals, spray their mattresses with all that stuff and do the right things, you can't get rid of lice. And look at that house. It wasn't too clean. And did y'all see the beds, those bunk beds? I mean, the mattresses on there look like they come from freaking jail. They look like those Bob Barker mattresses from jail. The slap was not on the live. Oh, okay. I'm behind in my chat here, yeah. Live chat. Okay, here we go. She's a wildebeest. Sweep at the knees. Oh, yeah, kick her right in the knee. Throat punch her, she'll go down. Knee her right in the crotch. Miss Jones. Oh, Lord, y'all. Okay, straighten up. Quit being mean. Quit thinking mean things. They just kill me. They are a bunch of hillbillies. They are. They are the true definition of hillbillies. Allie included. Look what she was wearing when the interview room came to interview Hunter. She's sitting there high as a kite, nodding out, smoking them cigarettes, them 100 cigarettes, her big old belly hanging out. I mean, it looked like a big old hog's belly hanging out. I mean, she could have done better than that. I know you're not supposed to judge people, but come on, guys. You know she could have found a decent shirt to put on. And why she had to sit there and smoke cigarette after cigarette and him sitting there interviewing? Like, I smoke cigarettes, but I wouldn't have been doing it during an interview like that. They are freaking hillbillies. They're the definition of hillbillies. Not all hillbillies wear bibbed overalls and stuff. Hey, Candace, she wears around them rebel flag hats and everything. Looking all tacky and stuff. Anyways, guys, I'm going to get off here. I'll see some of y'all on our Discord call this evening. The link to Discord, if anybody wants to join, I've got it pinned up there, and I'm going to do a private call with my members tonight. So y'all try to come and chat with me. I'll let y'all know in Discord about an hour and a half or 2 hours before the call. So y'all got plenty of time. Anyway, see y'all later. Be safe. Be kind. Peace. Colleen, wait, hold on. I got to read this. Her belly was huge and her top did not fit. Hell no, it did not fit, girl. It looked like a big old hog squeezed into that shirt. Oh my gosh. I got to get off here. I'm getting mean. Bye, guys. Peace.